Hi, Kay.
Hey Sarah, how's it going?
Really good. I have Kay Goss with us from Stars Beads for what is this, round number 5 of Customer Appreciation Week.
Are you exhausted, Sarah?
I'm not too bad. Kristen did 2 of the videos yesterday, so I'm on 2 today, and I really enjoy it. I mean, I love spending time with all my beading friends and getting to
Yeah.
make things all week long. So, I mean, I can't complain too much. I'd say the hardest part is my family. I was telling Kay just a minute ago, I had to walk out the door and ask my daughter to stop tap dancing just outside the door. So, like, there's a whole house to go tap dance in. Can you pick a different location?
Those are the joys of being at home though, those sounds, right?
I know, yeah, that's so true. But it is a little disturbing when you're trying to like do a video.
Right, right. I definitely get that. Those that might watch me over on the Stars Beads page, my son just popped in yesterday as he needed a snack and needed it.
Yeah, it's so funny because they're like, I don't care what you're doing. It doesn't matter to me. I
Yeah.
am obviously the only important thing going on here.
Oh yeah, and they always seem to have the most perfect timing, don't they?
Yes. Good thing they're so cute. That's what keeps them going. That's
Well,
that.
and you have three, and I only have
Mhm.
one, so that's a major that's a major difference.
It's a lot. Yeah, it can be a lot. Well, thank you for being here. We're super excited. Kay took a different approach than some of the other presenters in that she made a little bit of a mystery kit. And she has some samples put together of some earrings that she's planning to make today. We'll see what we can get to. But the kit contained crystals and some ear wires. And then if you want to pull out some of your soft flex beading wire in 019 in some colors that match, and then also some craft wire in silver or gold. And you want probably a variety of gauges. Is that right, Kay?
Yeah, for those that might know me, I really like my wire, and so since I sent just kind of the beads and kind of the ear wire part, so that since we're talking about earrings, I thought it would be nice to kind of talk about the different types of ear wires as well. But in terms of the soft flex stuff, I was hoping that most people would have at least some flex wire, especially if you got the soft flex kit. I know that came with some 22 gauge gold wire, so if you got the soft flex kit, those are great handy things to also have with you here today. I'll also be using probably a variety, and I'm jam packing it in. I don't know if we're going to be able to fit it all in like I normally happens
We've
to
got
me,
some
you
time.
know.
You're fast.
But but
You're always faster
how
than you
long do
think.
we have? Do we have an hour? What do
We
we?
have an hour and a half. So
Okay,
at
okay.
at maximum. So
Okay,
minimum we can finish anytime, but you have up to an hour and a half.
okay.
So we're good.
Awesome. Well, I think we should hopefully be able to squeeze them all in and do a little bit of a variety.
That's awesome. I'm super excited. So, what Kay was mentioning was if you got the Customer Appreciation Week kit from us, we had 22 gauge gold wire in there that you might be able to use for some of these earrings. And then we also had a trio of colors which will work for one of the earrings that she's going to show us today. I'll go ahead and go to here, and Kay will switch her camera around. So we also have the bone, the copper, and the tanzanite in our kit, and that should work well for at least one of Kay's earring designs. So Kay, do you have more of these kits still available?
Sorry, I was on mute.
No, that's okay.
Yes, I do. You can actually go right to bedoria.com. In fact, I'm hoping that we'll get that put right into the comments so that you can link in. But if you go over to the Stars Beads Facebook page, there is a link there as well for you to order it as well.
Sweet. Did you get that, Thomas? Bedoria.com?
Yeah, brand new website, brand new place to get all of my favorite things.
I'm so glad you have a website. I have been waiting for this day.
Oh, you and me both. It's been a long time coming, but it's a lot of work, on
It
top of
is.
what we already do.
It is. I think it's going to make your life so much easier, though, and you're going to really like come to love having a website option. I
I
think
just
it's going
always
to be great.
feel like I still don't have all my beads on there.
Well, you'll never feel like you have all your beads on there. I still don't have all our beads on ours.
Yeah,
So
it keeps growing. I don't know. They like come out of every cubby.
tell us about these gorgeous crystals in your hand.
So here I've got my, you can see I love all of my soft flex. So I brought the colors, I brought all the colors and kind of all the sizes because I pretty much use them all the time. And I am a sparkle crystal crazy woman. And so I have just released these kind of new cuboid shapes for us to be carrying. And we had several different colors, several different sizes as well. So if you'll notice, if you got the kit,
Oh,
you'll have 3 different sizes, so 3 bags, and each one should have little different color combinations. And these colors were chosen by you guys. So when I took the pre-order for the kit, I asked kind of your favorite colors, and from those colors, I created this color combo. So we have some nice golden color tones with purple, some blues, and even that touch of green, and going right into the autumn season here with a little bit of orange copper.
so pretty. So if they wanted to buy these crystals on their own, they would come in a strand or would they come in a bag?
They would come in a strand. They'll come in an 8-inch strand, and those are all available. They just got put up onto the Bedoria site, so you can look into the crystal category under the bead shop, and you'll see cuboid as the category and seeing all of these. We do also have a kit category, and that's where you'll find the kit, so that if you want the color combo, because it's a great deal, you'll get the earring components, which are also available in packages as well, since we'll be you'll also see in the kit there were what I consider my favorite ear wire. This is kind of a simple basic, but just has a nice semi-decorative bead right here along the bottom. Something called a lever back. And you'll have a mix, and you might have gold, you might have silver, okay? We just kind of did kind of a random mix.
Mhm.
And then these nice kind of big, I don't know what you call these type of ear wires, but you know,
Yeah. What
big,
are
long
those?
dangled.
A hook? I don't know. I don't know what that'd be called. Hey,
I
so
don't
we're
know.
doing a giveaway today. We're doing a giveaway all 15 presentations of Customer Appreciation Week. And one person will win live today. You must be present to win. So we almost gave it to 2 people the last hour, and we had to go to a third person because they weren't present. So you must be present to win.
Ooh.
Kay, what should we ask them? What I've been doing is asking a question, like what is your favorite crystal color, or what is your favorite size of the crystals? Something along those lines that they can answer in the comments in order to enter to win. What do you think?
Oh, that is so tough.
You pick the question today. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay, so okay, like it can be a simple question, right?
Something they can answer anytime during the program, now or at the end,
And
so
what was one of your examples that you had?
maybe a favorite crystal color. We could go through all the colors and they could tell us what their favorite one is, or maybe which crystal size, because there's 3 sizes there. So do they like
Okay.
the small or the medium or the large?
Well, you did such a good job there, Sarah.
Do you want to do small, medium, or large?
Because that's what I did when I had them pick the kit. Is they had to tell me their favorite color, and I am big on color, so that seems like a really good question for me.
Okay, well, let's go through each of the crystal colors and that you
Um,
have there in the strands.
okay, so let's
And
see.
we'll have them pick a favorite.
All right, well, we've got the nice in the bigger size. I've got this kind of considered an olive green.
Okay, so you're going to comment with which color of crystal is your favorite after she goes through them. And that will be your entry to win the giveaway. But you must be present at the end to win.
And this one is considered kind of a deep aquamarine color.
Oh, I like that one.
Really like that one.
I really like that one a lot.
I've been kind of getting after this. Is considered kind of a yellow orange jade.
Ooh. That one
And,
and the last one would look so pretty together. Oh, are they in this mix together?
I didn't name the mix, but
no, the yellow and the teal, I think, are in the mix together.
Well, I like this. Well, you know what? We may be playing with this combo here at the end.
Ooh.
So you can certainly use that. And then I had 3 colors in kind of the middle size. So we have a nice, this is, I would say, blue jay.
Turquoise? Yeah, turquoisey color.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty.
And then we kind of have that nice soft purple.
Ooh, it's like a silver purple.
Yeah, it has like an extra sparkle finish
Shine.
on there that
Yeah.
makes it really shine. And then what I call kind of a topaz color.
Beautiful.
And you've got all the colors there, right, Sarah?
Yeah, I have my mixes.
So you can see kind of these 3 I thought also look nice together. So if you're trying to stick within the size, these kind of can be used kind of like a bugle bead.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's 3 smaller
Ooh.
sizes, and then we've got that in like a metallic, kind of a
I
metallic
wonder if
copper.
I could do my African helix bracelet with the small size one.
Ooh.
I wonder
Well, I
how
really like they
expensive that
almost
would
look
be.
like little gemstone cuts,
Uh-huh.
And
They're
then
very
so we have the metallic copper, and then we've got the kind of that topaz in the smaller size, and then a more translucent purple, more of a violet.
awesome. Okay, so
Yeah.
tell us which color you like the most in the comments, and that is how you'll enter to win. You can tell us anytime during the program till the end. And Thomas will be picking at random a winner for our Peace and Love kit. If you already have that kit, then we'll work it out with you on the back end to get you another kit of the same value. Okay?
All right.
All right, let's get going, Kate. I'm excited to see what you're going to make today.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and pull out some of, since we know if you guys got the kit from Softflex, let's pull out some of those colors here. I just pulled some of my favorite colors.
Mm-hmm. Pretty.
And because I think I have my nice collection of Softflex kits as well.
What is your favorite Softflex color, Kay?
Probably this turquoise
Yeah.
color.
Yeah, I think it's everybody's favorite. I love color.
Yeah. This one is just it's called turquoise too.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But I've got today. You can certainly pick any one. What colors did you have there? I've got a garnet.
I have tanzanite, bone, and copper.
Okay, and I've got pink tourmaline, garnet, and turquoise.
I
also
would
have some other
wager
colors.
most people watching have some colored Softflex.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick. I don't know. I like that garnet color. So I'm gonna go turquoise. I'm just picking 3. Should I go these 2 blues? This is kind of that. I really like this dark blue too that you guys have.
It's so pretty. Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, maybe I'll do, all right, maybe that color comment. I like that pop of pink though. That's but that's okay. I've already got a few samples that that I'll show you in that color combo. So maybe I'll do something that might match more my outfit here. Got kind of an orange, maybe this more fall color. You like that? All right. Now we're going to pull just a little piece off of all three. So we're going to do about 5 inches of all three colors. And you know, you guys got you guys on a little bit of a tassel kick, right? So we're going to kind of make a little tassel out of this thing.
Ooh, I love it.
So let's do about 5 inches of this. You know, you can always trim it down to size. Always better to have more. So 5 inches. I'm going to kind of find where that halfway point is. So line up those edges and I'm going to fold this kind of in half. And I'm going to squeeze it so it kind of makes that bend there. Okay. Now let's grab that 22 gauge wire. You guys had gold. All right, so I'll use gold. Okay, and let's go ahead and keep it simple. Let's go for 5 inches of this. We're using, oh, I should use the 22 gauge like that then. Okay.
You did 5 inches in 3 colors of wire or 2 colors of wire?
I did 3 colors.
Okay, great.
You know.
I'm going to do the colors from our Customer Appreciation Week kit, everybody. So you can see what that looks like if you have that kit to use those same colors.
Yeah. So, so that's perfect for the trios, any trio combinations that Softflex has.
True. Yeah. So many trio options. You could make some Halloween ones or fall colored tones. These are kind of fall colored tones that I have.
Yeah, I've been really liking this orange and yellow. It's not normally my color set, but I've been really taken with it.
It's the time of year.
It must be.
How much craft wire do you have there?
I've got the 22 gauge. So I'm kind of working with like kind of if you got the Softflex kit, we'll start there. So if you got that 22 gauge gold, you can pull 5 inches off of that, and we're gonna just make a loop kind of on the closer on one end, and I'm using fairly small round nose pliers. Okay, so we want to make this pretty tiny, but we at the same time we want it big enough to be able to fit these pieces of Softflex through. Okay, so we're going to take these 3 pieces and go ahead and string them through that loop. So you want it as tiny as you can get, but you don't want it to be too crazy where you can't fit it through. I've got 2. You can always open up the loop if you find you made it too small. Okay.
Yeah, I imagine you can also kind of tighten it down by pulling on both ends once you have the 3 wires.
Well, fancy you say that. We're going to do exactly that right now. So we're going to tighten that up a bit. You can squish it almost like a crimp almost too, but just squeezing it right there in the center so you can kind of see. Looks like I'm kind of crimping it. Okay, and ideally you want this to be able to stay put. We're going to be covering this up. So even if you didn't get it dead center, you can still bend it in the right place. Okay, so it's going to be kind of doing this look here. Okay, and we're going to cut that little tail off. We can keep this as small as we can. And we're going to see what that looks like next. Okay, ta-da! All right,
Ooh,
grab
nice.
another piece of 22 gauge wire. We're going to take another five. Let's see, five. I think I did 5 inches. Pretty sure. I'm not always great at.
I'm terrible. I think you and I are very similar designers. I'm not great at doing something again.
Right. It's
I'm
like
not good at measuring.
So I think I was trying to keep it simple with for all of us, and so I was sticking to 5. So 5 inches of everything
Everything's
so
5
far.
inches.
All right, now I'm gonna. So I was using a fine round nose plier. Now I'm gonna use something a little bit bigger because what I'm gonna make is kind of like a cone. Okay, so I'm gonna take my round nose plier and we're gonna show you kind of making a cone. Ready? So I'm going to kind of start at not at the very tip, but you certainly can. In this case, I want it to kind of get this particular bigness. So what we're going to do is I'm going to start that loop. And for those that might have made jump rings, or this would kind of be similar, but we're going to just lead this wire so that it is going down the plier. And if you'll see, I'm just gripping and regripping. So it continually starts to spiral and coil. Do you know what I'm talking about, Sarah, doing this?
Yeah, I think you're making sense.
Okay. So we're going to just keep doing this and keeping it tight until I run out of that 5 inches of wire. So I'm just opening, squeezing, opening and squeezing, and trying to keep that close to itself so it's tight. Okay. And see, I'm pushing on the back here to kind of hold the wire in place as I'm leading it. And you'll see that that wire is just slowly disappearing.
Your internet signal is so good today. Did you change something?
I did. I got the, you told me that by this time I needed to get it fixed. I
You
said,
listened
I
to
better
me.
jump too. Sarah
I
said,
was
go.
like, you got to get this fixed. I want to be able to see you clearly.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it had been such an issue here, and they didn't want to do anything about it because they're like, oh well, it shows that you're getting internet, and I
Right.
was like, but it's not. I'm not getting I'm not getting great
You're not
internet.
getting it clear. Yeah.
All right, so this is kind of what you end up with. It's not real big, okay? And what I'm gonna do is take the very top wire, if you can, okay, and I'm gonna just try to bend it a little bit closer, and you can kind of squeeze it in to make it a little bit smaller at the top. Okay, don't need to do it a whole lot, but I find that helps when you're getting it put on here. All right, so in essence, we've made ourselves a fun little spiral mini cone. Okay,
Cute.
just perfectly big enough to cover that ugly little loop that we just made. Okay, so we're going
Awesome.
to squeeze this down and we're going to push that coil right over that. See how that worked?
Oh, it looks great.
Now you could certainly do more wires, okay? We're just doing 3. You could double it up, do 6, okay? All right, now from the top, we're gonna make a little loop. And I'm gonna bend because I don't want to wrap too far down. So I'm gonna bend with my finger and wire wrap. I'm not just going to finish right there. And so see this connection right here. When you start wrapping, we're going to take all this excess wire. Again, we remember we had 5 inches, okay? And I always like extra wire because you can always do something a little decorative. So in this case, I'm going to wrap till it kind of looks like it's the same size as the top, what the top of that coil should be. Okay, and then once I've done that, and I can't zoom here, but you can see now it kind of looks like it's flush. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go real lightly over the top. Okay. And add a little extra on top. Okay.
Oh, that's fun.
All right. So this is kind of what you're looking at. And now you still have excess, which I'm going to cut off a little because now I'm going to spiral the end of this up. Where are my cutters? Okay. So maybe going to cut maybe like half of it. You don't need too much to spiral. Okay. And then that's kind of making the top of your tassel. Okay. And we're going to do a spiral. So we're going to start with a little loop and then hold with a chain nose flat so that it spirals versus coils like we did on the round nose. I always think this adds just a perfect little, you know,
touch.
Yeah. And so if you don't like this little extra touch, you totally don't have to have it.
It's so fun to bead without having to try to show it on camera.
You get to just put me big and center here today.
Yes, and I get to just like bead close to my face.
Not worry about bumping the camera, right?
Right?
Okay, so now let's grab some of these tiny ones, you guys, and some gold crimps and your crimping tools. I have the old school 2-part crimper. That's what I like to use. And I think I'm going to do a little mix of just the browns, I think, on these. So I know I've got 6 strands. So I'm going to do kind of 3 of the copper. You could certainly choose any color set you like.
Okay, we're doing the smaller, you're doing the smaller ones, right?
Yeah, I'm doing the tinier size.
Okay, I'm going to use those too.
Yeah, they're like a 4 by 2 by 2 millimeters. So they're
They match this trio like perfectly. I'm going to go to my screen for a second. Look at this and this.
Isn't that awesome? And the medium one then too has that nice blue color.
Yeah, that's so funny how that ends up working. Nilay's kit, we noticed, had similar colors too. When we were doing the promotion, we're like, how does that happen? It's just in like the
those
atmosphere.
Those great minds thinking alike. Come on, Sarah.
Oh, that is what it is. Yes, for sure.
All right, so we're gonna flail these out. Now you guys can decide where you kind of want, how long you want these to hang. So you can decide they could be short, they could be all over. I've kind of been doing, kind of right here. Looks pretty good. And let's see. Put a crimp right at the bottom, and I'm holding the crystal in place so that on my first crush, I know exactly where I want that crimp to be. And then on that second crush, I can move it out of the way so I don't accidentally break the crystal.
And are you doing it up high on the wire, or like will you do multiple on the same wire, or what's
this is where the freedom for you guys, this is the idea that I'll show you. So let me show you kind of the sample of kind of making this little tassel. So putting the little crystals along on the bottom, and you can see, maybe you can see how those will look all along the same length. Now you could certainly put more and change up that look. Now I was deciding maybe going up a little shorter than these ones. Okay, and then what you'll do is you'll just cut off that excess tail.
Or leave it if you want to.
Yeah, you can totally leave it. Okay. I got that crushed all the way.
I guess I should be checking for questions.
I was just thinking, I'm sorry if
I'm
I'm
sh
not answering any questions.
I'm shirking my duty because I'm making earrings.
You're excited here. Okay.
Let me look for any questions. I see
Mm.
Teresa says, these are so cute. And Janelle is saying
Good.
she thinks the magical crimps would look good with this tassel.
Yes, totally. And
Oh, Marianne
I'm so
says she's been seeing entertainment china pieces using the same color scheme. So we're on trend.
nice. I like to think we started that, right?
A lot of I love this comments.
Well, very good. Thanks, Amy.
Melanie
You
asks, can you do the spiral part with a mandrel? Um,
with a mandrel, I didn't do it with a mandrel because I wanted it slightly graduated.
yeah.
So most mandrels are about the same. It's not
Mhm. It
graduated
would
from small
be
to
a
big.
tube instead.
Yes, which technically I guess you could do.
Mhm.
And then you could take that smaller piece up top and twirl it so it's smaller.
Mhm. I love how Kay makes a lot of findings using craft wire. I think
Yeah,
that's such like a great thing because you don't always have like a cone on hand. It's nice to think that you would always have everything you need,
I know
but
that's why I was feeling so bad. I was just trying to use all the things that were
it's
not
also
soft lips. I didn't include those things in the kit.
no, that's okay. I mean, I think it's cool to see how to make it, you know? I think it's really, really nice
Yeah,
because
and the
there
next
are
design
lots of
will show
times
you
where you might
will
not
show
have
you
it.
how to do it without if you don't have a head pin
Mm,
in the next one.
that's a good one too.
All right. So so you could certainly, do it a little bit differently and have multiples midway. I had just done a more like a tassel style. I guess I have two more.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do mine kind of all over, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. And of
And that's
course, I'm doing ravioli time over here, so I've got little magical crimpers going.
I think that would look really good, and
Mhm.
I don't know, I started before the magical crimper,
Mhm.
existed, and so I'm just still old school and use that two-part method. Let's see. Yeah, I really like these fall color tones here, and then with that touch of turquoise.
So pretty.
This is good for practicing your crimping.
Did you have a good time at the Great Bead Trade? Speaking of fall color tones.
I had a great time. I'm still wearing my evil eye bracelet.
Oh, nice.
That's what I've been wearing. Actually, oh, I didn't put it on today. I would have gone with today.
It's so fun when you have a piece of jewelry like that and you can almost feel like you're carrying all of your friends with you. You
Oh,
know,
you're
like I feel a little
totally right.
extra powerful in those
Well, and
jewelry
it's funny when I
designs.
feel like when I come to party with you, I feel like I need to wear things that I had made with you.
Oh,
Like,
that's
oh, I
cool.
have this, just like you wanna share it
Mhm.
that you like it. Okay, so this was done a little bit shorter, so you can see versus a little bit longer. And then you could pop those on any one of the ear wires. I had done it on a something called a lever back. So if you guys are not familiar with a lever back, the nice thing about these is that you don't need a backing because they have what is called a lever. Okay, that's a hinge part right here that opens up. You put this hook right into your ear, and then you just close that up. Okay, and that way it has that added extra security. I really like levers. And so because this one was a little bit longer, lever backs are nice because they keep things fairly close to the ear, almost like a huggy. All right. One down.
You're doing good.
We're doing good. Okay.
You got this.
I always feel like I never have enough time, so I was trying to make sure I could.
You're doing great. I'm very excited about this earring. I'm probably going to spend some time finishing mine off while you're moving on to your next ones.
We'll get on to the next one. Okay, so this was using all the small sizes. This next one, I wanted to do one in each size. So I pulled this color set up. You know, I'm a purple and teal. Some of you guys got my favorite teal. Some of you guys got an aqua color. I think we had a little bit of a mix on that one. But I'm going to choose these three. So I chose one in the larger, one in the medium, and one in the smaller. So the purple, and then the topaz, and then that gorgeous blue. And if you want to take out that 22 gauge wire again, that would be perfect. I'm going to use a silver this time. And we don't even need, I'm going to string actually right onto the spool. I find that it helps me save a little bit of wire when I do that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to be starting at the bottom of an earring, and this is kind of your wire basics, and using all the different sizes of this cuboid. I really like this little cut. I feel like they, even though they're crystal, they have like the cut of a gemstone.
So pretty. They're so sparkly. All
right. So for those, if you say, hey, Kay, you know, I only have my spool wire. I got the Softflex kit. I don't have a head pin. So one of the simple things you can do is just take the very end of the wire and just flip it straight up. Okay, it kind of makes a little J. Then push that together. You got to get the right leverage.
Which gauge of wire are you using again?
I'm using that 22.
Oh, perfect.
Trying to keep to hopefully what people had on hand. 22 and 24 are really good gauges to have.
Yeah, they're very handy. So you're a little out of focus. Back up just ever so slightly. Okay, great. So basically you pinched the end that you had curled. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can. How's that?
Yeah, that looks great.
So I'm squeezing here. And you'll find that that's just enough to stop the bead. And although that this crystal is fairly small, a 4 by 2 by 2, you can see it fits a 22 gauge, and I think that it could even fit a little bit thicker.
Is this the medium-sized crystal, or is that the smallest?
This is the small one.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna cut off a little chunk and make a very tiny loop. Okay. And I prefer to wire wrap things. Now this crystal is small. I'm using a 22 gauge. I think you could also use a 24 gauge as well. With this.
That makes sense.
And there's no real wrong gauge. Technically, it just sometimes can be a little bit overwhelming for the bead. So sometimes if you're not looking for the wire to be kind of a part of the, the look, then it may end
Betty
up being.
just joined us and she was wondering what kinds of pliers you were using to make that head.
Betty, I'm using all of the kind of the standard
Wire
basics.
work
So a
tools.
round nose, a chain nose, and some clippers. I've used some different sizes of the round nose. So if you can use your rainbow pliers, Betty. I think she has rainbow pliers. If you're making the coil for like that, you can see kind of the difference. So this is a little bit finer. So if you're making the cone versus what I used, this is kind of the more standard size round nose when you buy them. This is a slim line. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna start making a little bit of a chain, and let's start hooking them together here. Let's see.
Okay.
Where did I set the wire here? Okay, so we'll put the gold one on. And I like this one because you could certainly continue actually making it even longer than this. We're just going to go three deep so that we can do more styles.
Yeah, I imagine this would be so pretty just to make like a connected crystal chain bracelet or necklace where you just connect the crystals. It's so easy, so pretty.
Yeah, and you'll see kind of what that look will be like. You could even mix the sizings within the chain too.
And colors, yeah.
All right, so we're kind of making that chain that you could certainly continue on. We're wire wrapping. Remember to hook in whatever you're wire wrapping. It's always my problem.
Yeah, number one problem everybody has.
Yeah, wire wrapped it to nothing.
It's nice if you're doing a lot of them because then you can just pick it up later. But if you're only doing 3, then you got to really connect it.
Yes. It throws off the sequence.
Right.
All right, so we've got 2 right here. And then I'm going to add a little twist onto the top one once we get there. So we'll add a little flare there too. So this is just kind of adding little bits of wire working techniques within each one, you guys, within each earring. And I was trying to do kind of we're starting with kind of the simple ones first, and then we'll do one that's a little bit more of a wire working. All right, got that middle one. Then that really pretty blue. I like to see what you're going to come up with on the spot here, Sarah. Are you making that?
Oh, tassel? I'm just enjoying making what you're making.
That's kind of nice. It's like taking a class with your friends, right?
It's like a vacation. Yeah.
Like, show me what you're making these days.
I highly suggest a customer appreciation week.
Yes. Yes.
It's like my bead retreat week.
I like it. Well, I felt like I get to indulge too.
Will you be doing a kit for Fall Fest?
I haven't gotten that far ahead, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not always into making a kit.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I've got the blue one here. All right, grabbing another little piece of wire. This one, I do want a little bit more of a piece this time, so I'm going to cut this one off.
This is what I have here.
Ooh,
I chose the blue and the little really beautiful light.
There you go.
Cream color and then the copper at the bottom. And then this is how my other earring turned out.
Oh, Oh, your spiral looks so good. And I like the tails coming out.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I like the having them all different lengths, and you could certainly cut off the wire at the ends. I kind of like leaving it. I don't know. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Back to Kay.
Okay. All right. I just hooked on this one right here. I'm trying to see if I can get in bright enough. All right. We're just wire wrapping this one end. And then when we go to the other end, we're going to come back to right here. Okay. So we've made a loop, cut and tuck. It's always important to kind of tuck those little ends in so that that's what catches on stuff. All right, on this end, what we're going to do is we're going to add a little spiral on the outside of this one. So I have more than enough wire. So we're going to start just as if we were making a link and wrapping. Only we're not going to stop wrapping. We're going to keep going. So we're going to start this wrap, come around. I like to usually have a couple there, and then you'll start seeing I'm going to just start leading this around the bead. Always think that this gives it a little added extra touch again, kind of those small things in the details. Okay, and then once we get to this end, we're going to just wire wrap right over that wrap that we had before. And you just need to go about 1.5 times. I'm having a party with Sarah. John says hi.
Hi, John.
he was just popping it. Like, is it going okay?
She's busy.
I'm busy. Can't talk right now.
I'm obviously
all right,
beating.
so you see, I'm having a beating party. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
It's me time. All right. It's us time, right? All right, so you can kind of see how that spirals on the top. I really like that you can kind of see it on that bigger one. And
Beautiful.
that adds that little extra touch. And when you have this nice kind of kidney ear wire,
Ooh,
just going to
yeah.
open the bottom, and it just makes it real sleek. And
so pretty.
I kind of think it was kind of sleek and sexy. I don't know.
Definitely. It's a night out earring.
There you go. And nice and light. They catch the light. They've got a lot of flow. So
beautiful.
That's another little set. All right. That's we got 2 pairs down. How are we doing?
You're doing good. We're 48 minutes in.
Okay, good. All right. That's perfect. I was thinking we only had an hour, so.
And remember, everybody, she's only doing one earring at a time, and maybe it's your first time doing it, so maybe you take just a little bit longer. This video will be available on replay, and you can come back and watch and rewatch it. So don't feel pressured to finish anything. You know, just do what you can. Just have fun, and then you can come back and work on it.
I was trying to give you more than enough to chew on.
Yeah. And then you can take all these little details and ideas and intermix it into what you're already doing, which I think is the big takeaway. All
right, so that's kind of 2 out of the 3 ear wires. Okay, so now let's do whole different style design, you guys. Okay, so now let's do something with the all big color sets right here. And this time we're going to be using, this might be a little bit harder for some of you guys, and requires more sizes of wire. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to be using an 18 gauge wire, And I am going to pull out vintage bronze because I think that it goes really nice with
Ooh,
the color set
pretty.
that I have here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do a color mix. So I'm going to use 24 gauge uh, gold and then 18 gauge bronze.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So for the bronze, we're going to take that 5 inches again. Trying to make everything 5 inches. Work out that way. Okay. And we're going to cut a chunk of that 18 gauge off. And if you, this is where you could use a little bit of a mandrel. Essentially, I have one like this available, but say you don't have that, you could totally use something like the end of a Sharpie, a
Okay.
fine Sharpie, and bend this over the edge. So essentially, we're going to be making a U, and we're going to make this shape. Okay. Then we're going to take some of this 24 gauge wire. I started out with 5 feet, but I think you only really need 4. So couldn't stick with the 5 on that one. But I think you can get away with 4. I'm going to measure off 4 myself. And again, this, you could have more than enough, but also in this case, when you kind of get to this length, it can also get a little crazy with long wires. All right, so I've
Yeah,
got
that seems
4
really long.
feet. Yeah. And I find the gentler you are with it, the better off you'll be. Okay. All right, so I've got it behind me, and what we're going to do is we're going to start wrapping onto this wire, kind of like how we started kind of making this cone, but we're going to do it right onto this wire. And when you first start, it's easier to start closer to the end, and you'll see that I'm holding this one wire in place, and I'm okay that I'm kind of at an angle. You'll find that it'll be easier to start, and then we can cut some of this excess off. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be wire wrapping to this side as tight as we can to it. Okay, you'll see I'm coming around the side, okay, and pulling through. And you can squeeze this, and then we're going to put this into place once we get as many wraps as I'd like to get started. And I'm finding that in this particular design, I found that 7 is going to be my, normally I do around 3, but in this case, we're going to be doing more like 7 wraps. Okay, now don't be frustrated. This does take a little bit of time to kind of catch your groove in looping this hard wire. Okay, and you'll see that it's all squiggled down here. That doesn't matter to me. I'm going to be cutting it right to here, and then we're going to be taking this excess off. Okay, so I want to have it so it looks like about 7 loops, and then we're going to push this. Now you'll see I can start. I'm going to unwrap this now.
You're giving great tips.
Oh, thank you. Trying to think of it as I go, the small things that sometimes, you think of as you're going. Okay, so I've got about 7 loops. Okay, and now I'm going to string on. Sarah was thinking that she likes all the colors, so we're going to do all the colors.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'm going to string on a green, and now I'm doing all the larger size in this case. Okay, so I'm going to lay that right. Let's see if maybe we can get a little closer. I have to kind of be a certain distance, otherwise I'm going to go hitting the camera every time I have to loop this wire. So it's a battle between you guys seeing or getting sick from the
Earlier I was
camera.
bead weaving. Earlier I was bead weaving with like 10 feet of soft touch, and now I'm doing this craft wire. There's not enough space in the world for.
All right, so now we're going to get to this other side. You'll see I just strung this crystal, and we're going to be getting this so that it's about exactly the width of these crystals, okay? And so as you wrap it, it's going to hold it together, okay? So anytime I start the weave on the side, I want to make sure that I'm holding exactly right there, okay? Because that's where all the tension lies when you're working with wire, and that's where you start seeing the issues of kinking. Okay, so you see I have the wire down here, and then I'm going to take this loop, go through the center, and then pull up closer to where I'm going. And as we work our way down, we won't have to be working so far up. Okay.
Can I see a close up of yours real fast? Just hold it close up. Yeah. Okay.
Like that.
Yeah, that looks great. Okay,
Okay,
and
so
7 wraps now.
yeah. And if you could certainly use 26 gauge as well. That can, if you are new to wire working, it'll be easier to loop. I kind of just like this thicker
And
gauge.
remember, if you want to enter our giveaway, tell us which is your favorite crystal color that we're using today. Do you like the greens, the teals, the copper, the topaz? What's your favorite color?
I've got about 6, I think. I got one more.
And are you squeezing your little loops together?
Yeah, so that it becomes a coil.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. And then what we're going to do is then we're going to lay the next color. Now, you know, if you say, oh, I don't like the way that my sides are looking, wait till the end, okay? Because we're going to get messy. Okay. It's
Okay.
like looking all clean, and you could certainly do it this way too, but we're going to get messy at the end.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. Let's do the next color. We'll do this.
You have to be here at the end to win the prize, though. So you have to stick around all the way through.
And I'm going to make you stick around like longer than
Extra long.
extra long. All right. So we're going to, I added the next color on, and I'm just kind of.
So my wire, and I'll flip over here just so you can see it. My wire has like a natural bowing that's kind of happening. Are you trying to get this wire to be straight so that these
So
crystals
I'm sorry.
like
Yes.
line up?
I guess I naturally just straightened mine. You can see that I kind of made a perfect
I see.
straightness when I started. So when I before I bent the wire, I probably glazed over that step of keeping it all straight and then making that U.
Okay. So I'm going to
But
straighten mine out a little bit.
you can kind of adjust it as you're going, to be honest.
Mhm.
So it'll
Yeah.
probably end up working out. Like I said, at
Okay.
the end, it'll get we're going to get a little messy.
Okay, great.
So it's kind of like doing the bird's nest wrap.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure if I should sort of tighten it in on the second crystal to pull it together, or if it would be a little loose.
That's okay. I try to keep it parallel as much as I can throughout the whole
Okay.
piece. But again, when we get to the end, you'll see that where it's going to be a bit more free form.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do, let's do 2 of every color. So we have 3 colors, so we'll do 6. We're on 2 right now. And I can relax since Sarah told me we had more time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's even nicer. I get a longer beading break than I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, we tried to leave enough time just in case. And then there's even a half hour in between for everyone to get up and stretch and check
Get
on
a
their
little,
kids if they have kids.
or get a snack.
Get a snack. Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Do
for
you
anybody
remember?
who's going on to Bedoria and ordering this kit, or onto or getting cuboids, put in K Thanks as your coupon code, and it'll throw in an extra 10% off your order.
Whoa, cool.
So, oh, I think I want one more. And because I just launched my page, if you find my face on any of the items and order that item, you'll get something free extra for free.
Oh,
So it's like a treasure hunt for you to kind of look all over the page and find my face, and your hint is those things are probably some of my favorite things.
oh, that's awesome.
All right, I'm putting a blue one on now. So you can see I've got the green, I've got the kind of the coppery, golden, jade, and then the blue next. All right, so I did about 7 on each side. And you'll see I'm holding everything close. So as I'm wrapping, I'm not holding down here. I'm holding the crystal that I'm wrapping. And I'm taking all my tools with me because now it's wrapped on my table. All right. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I feel like maybe it's 8. All right, now we're on to
We have a couple questions.
Okay.
Did you say K is the coupon code?
The coupon code is K Thanks.
K, thanks. Thomas, will you type that in?
Yep.
And then Anne asks, can you offer any tips on preventing the 24 gauge from breaking?
You have to not do too much bending back and forth. Okay, so you'll see that we're holding it down here, but once we bend here, I'm literally leading the wire kind of where it needs to go. Okay, so it's not doing a whole lot of bending back and forth. Because when you get into those finer gauges, the more bending back and forth, the weaker that spot becomes.
It'll work harden and snap. Yeah.
And that's where you can decide maybe using a 26 gauge might be easier for you in this particular case. And you'll find there still can be some movement on this, so don't fret if you feel like, oh, it's not sitting all perfect or in any way, because there is no perfect. It's just.
Now, what are your normal show times for those who haven't been following you already?
On Star Speeds, I like to broadcast something called Bead with Me, and I am usually on Mondays and Wednesdays about 3:30, kind of after I pick up my kid. And then I do live shopping
3:30
on Fridays at 8. That's perfect. Kay, thanks. Amy also put up that code.
Yeah, I added it. So 3:30 Eastern on Monday and Wednesday, and then what time on Friday?
And Friday nights at 8 p.m. is Friday Night Live, and that's where you could used to be the only way you could get your star stash of things. But I've launched a new brand and website for an online space for all of my favorite things. So
You'll keep doing Friday night, right?
I will still be doing Friday night lives because,
That'll
there's
be
too
maybe
many
like
beads that I
your
can never get
best
all on the
deal.
website.
Yeah.
Can you hear my
Very
cat?
exciting.
All right, we're getting close to this end here. I'm wondering if
How
my
many
cat's
beads are
okay.
we
That might.
doing?
Can you hear my cat, Sarah?
No.
Oh, he is so loud right now.
How many beads are we doing in total?
We're gonna do 6. So
Okay.
I'm doing 2 of every color. I'm on the last one right now.
And then Anne was asking, what is the name of the new website again?
It's called bedoria.com, and Amy can type that into there for you.
There it is. I'll put it up here for you.
Yeah.
You can find all of these sweet cubed crystals in a bunch of colors on there, you guys.
Yeah, they're called the cuboid.
They're so pretty and there's so many colors.
Yeah, just kind of a different shape than you might normally see in a crystal.
Mm-hmm. And they're very sparkly.
Yeah, and we've got a lot of new cuts. I just got some rectangle chiclets in that we did a fun earring design. I've been on an earring rage here. I did a bunch of earrings yesterday on Bead With Me too, using
They're
some
so
of the
nice.
new
I mean, you're like
components.
me. We like to complete our project and walk away.
Yeah.
So it's always nice when you can do that.
All right, so now I'm kind of at the end. You guys can kind of see we've got a little bit of a ladder going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and now I'm gonna, I've ended on this one side. I'm gonna now cross over and just kind of do a crazy little wrap, but I'm going to wrap it to this piece here. And like I said, you can see it, it might have a little bit of variation, but for the most part, it stays about the same width,
Mm-hmm.
even if you weren't trying.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's what I kind of like about this design. Don't worry too much. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to leave this wire and then we'll wrap with the rest. But what we're going to do is we're going to kind of finish off the bottoms. I'm going to cut them so that they're even.
About how far from the bottom do you think that is?
I would say it is a little over a half an inch.
Okay.
And what we're doing is just really rolling these to the back.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take the ends and do a little spiral. Get it to curl back. So it kind of looks like this. Okay, and we're going to do that to both sides. Okay, kind of get this look. And what we're going to do is going to wire wrap the bottom here now. And this is kind of what I call like the bird's wrap. I'm just kind of going over and then I'm going to move up and I'm going to actually start wrapping a little bit in between each one of the crystals. So if you'll see, I'm doing probably about 3 wraps in the middle, and then I kind of move up to the next split and kind of get those wires to kind of sit in between the crystal. And what this does is kind of give it a caged look. So even if your crystals weren't sitting perfectly next to each other and perfectly parallel, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so we're just wrapping around the outside between the crystals.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I think it kind of gives it a frame look, which I like.
Mm-hmm. And about 3 times between each crystal.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we'll come on the last one, and then you'll see it, you'll end up kind of on the opposite end that you started. And so on this end, we're going to wrap coming this way and wrap that 6 times or 7 times. Kind of see what looks even.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay. And that then kind of will cinch that into place and keep it. And I'll take photos of these designs too, so
Awesome.
so that they can be shown off later.
Yeah, that's perfect. We'll
At
add
least
them
we
to
did
our
that.
Instagram and then post them into the VIB group.
Yeah. All right. We're about to have made this earring. Well, this could actually be a pendant as well.
Oh
When I
yeah,
made my
for
one,
sure.
it was plenty big. It could also be a pendant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pendant earring combination. Be really pretty.
Now you can it's wire, so you'll have some, flexibility, but look at that.
So pretty.
Okay, we're gonna cut off the ends, and all we got to do is put on the earring hook, and it's done. At least one is done. Okay, put it on Kay's favorite ear wire. And you could even make your own ear wire if you wanted.
Yeah, for sure. With the craft wire, we make our own ear wires pretty often. What's your favorite way to make an ear wire?
I'll show you one right here in just a second. All right, you guys, so there's that third one.
Amazing.
And this is if you decide you want to use it and make your own ear hook. You could make one also with the cuboid wrapped up a little bit.
Cute.
So you can, this was one way to in the bottom. You can also cross over the bottom and then make a spiral here and wrap.
Mm-hmm.
That's another way to kind of end it. But see how the back looks? It's a little bit messier and it has the crossing over versus the front. You'll see more of the slits. So there's one. You can also see it if you were to do with the all blue and maybe a silver. You can kind of see what that would look like.
Mm-hmm. You're getting a lot of nice comments.
So, whew. All right, you guys. We do have to end the endless earrings at some point, but we did hopefully give you guys some good ideas, some good simple tips for using your soft flex, for using your craft wire, for using ear wires. And hopefully we answered most of everybody's questions, because I couldn't see anybody's questions.
Here, I'll flip over to mine and show what I made, and then you can flip your camera up to say goodbye, okay?
Okay.
So I still have to make my second one of these, but I'm well on my way. I was able to complete 2 of these gorgeous crystal droplet earrings. And then I love this piece. It's so gorgeous. Look at those crystal colors in there. Really pretty. I can see this being a lot of fun to play around with. Yeah. And my mind is going like a million different directions because I just did so many different things I'm so excited about. Oh, we lost Kay, so let's give her a second. Maybe she'll be able to hop back on. But that was really wonderful. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Let's see what Maria said. Can we see the last one where you made the spiral on the bottom? Let me ask Kay. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. I think she wanted to see the one with the spiral on the bottom one more time. If you could show us that one. And then maybe in the future, when Kay is doing one of her live presentations, maybe she can flip back to it and show you how to make that detail.
The
The spiral,
spiral.
oh, it's this one, but it has a spiral on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got it. She wants to see this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. You may have to show them how to do that ending at some point.
Yes. Okay. So instead of curling the backs, they were straight, and then I just bent one sideways like that, and then wrapped it, and then curled that one end just the same.
Awesome.
But
Very,
yes,
very cool.
well, we'll talk about it maybe tomorrow, Maria, on tomorrow's episode of Be With Me.
Thank you for being here with us today, Kay. It was so
Oh,
lovely to have you here. Are you ready for Thomas to post our winner? I think I'm ready.
I am. Who is it going to be? I hope they're
I
still
hope they're
on.
here. They better be here.
Better be, right? They have to be. How many times are we going to have to choose?
I don't know. 3 was the lucky one last time. Oh, Karen. Karen Waters, are you here?
Way to
Oh,
go,
she just
Karen.
posted too, right under it. So she is here.
She's got to be.
Congratulations, Karen. We're so
Break
excited for
for the day.
you.
Oh, there she is. She just wrote, way to go, Karen. She's one of our
Awesome.
regulars.
Email info@softluxcompany.com to claim your prize. It will be a peace and love kit unless you ask or tell us that you have one already and would like something different. Then we'll work it out. Okay.
You'll want the peace and love, Karen. We'll get to play. I'm going to be playing with Softflex with the peace and love here.
Yeah. What is the date on that? I wonder if I can move to my calendar.
I think it's the 23rd.
I think it's the 23rd. Yeah. So join us on the 23rd. Kay will be back. We're going to open up our peace and love and the Foxy Lady kit that she got early.
Officially open the Foxy Lady.
And we're going to be with both. So it's going to be a really fun fall color theme between the peace and love and the Foxy Lady mix up. So I think we should call the show the mix up. So I hope you'll join us for that. And look, Kay has fantastic internet. Everybody can say thank you to me for putting the pressure on.
She lit that fire.
All right. It's so nice to see you, Kay. I always love spending time with you. And thanks for being a part of Customer Appreciation Week and one of our longest customers of Softflex Beading Wire. We really appreciate it.
I bet you can tell by my customer number, right?
Probably. Yeah, I haven't looked, but it's probably like one of the oldest numbers for sure.
Hey, and you know, I'm the one that has like the vintage spools too.
With the silver label.
Yeah, and I'm hoarding all the metallic now that it's like
I know.
crazy.
We're getting back to normal on some of them. The silver and the champagne are getting back to normal, but the gold is still out of reach.
I'm holding all of my gold. I even have some of the old
eBay
gold
it. You should eBay it.
I bet they would love that as a giveaway.
Oh, that's true. Who wouldn't love gold as a giveaway? You know? All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. And give Kay a big thumb and a heart if you're wherever you're watching to let her know she did such a fantastic job. Congratulations to our winner. Kristen will be back, I believe, at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern with our Customer Appreciation Week kit. And she will be making another piece. She made earrings yesterday. I think she's making a matching necklace using that beautiful artisan copper leaf that's in the kit. So stay tuned and she will have a giveaway as well. And then we'll see you again tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. for our next installment of Customer Appreciation Week.
Hey, you can never have too many parties.
No. And don't forget to check out Kay's new website, which I was looking for the link, but I think it's too far back. It's Bedoria,
Here,
right?
I'll put it on there.
Bedoria
I
is
think I
how
can.
you spell it. And .com.
Oh, there you go.
This packaging is so cute. This came with
Yes,
my kit.
and wait till you get a bigger kit
It's so cute.
because
And
I'm thinking I need to send you one of those, and that'll come in the box.
oh, yeah, as soon as I got this, my kids were like, "What's in that?" And I was like, "Beads, of course." Can we have the ribbon? And I was like, I guess. So they stole my ribbon.
Oh, you made such a nice picture of it and everything too.
I know. It was really cute. I love it. So anyway,
Well,
we gotta
all
go.
the kits that I'm making are for gifting, and so when they buy one of those, then they will have everything they need to give it.
That's awesome. I love it. Well, it's fun to see you grow and your business is definitely flourishing. The new website, new packaging, new brand. It's very exciting and we can't wait to see where you're at next year at the
Well,
same
thank you.
time.
It's always an honor, and I thank you so much for always keeping me in mind and keeping in touch with me.
Of course. All right. All the kisses.
Virtual hugs.
Virtual hugs.
All
Bye,
the hearts and thumbs
everybody.
up. Thank you guys.